Hi everyone! Gosh, it's been a little while since I have been on here, but yeah, how are we all doing? I thought today I'd come out and do some more filming, this time one of my personal little nature trails. It's been a very busy year and I've been doing filming for various other things, obviously with the Wildlife Trusts, Cornwall Wildlife Trusts and West Country Rivers Trusts and things like that, and I've also been delving deep into preparations for some wildlife film ventures next year. So yes, it's been very busy, but I think we can also all agree it's been such a difficult and strange past year, so I'm really happy now to be in 2022. I feel good things for this year, and yeah, it's just wonderful to be outside and just being around nature as usual. It is my number one healing place. Yeah, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me, and as usual just see what we can find along the way on this nature trail. Okay, so to kick-start the trail we've got some beautiful holly, but I wanted to show you this because I recently learned a really interesting fact about this wonderful tree. So as you can see, the leaves are very spiky here, you know, the normal holly look that you will find, but this is actually a wonderful evolutionary adaptation. So if you look closely at a holly tree, you will notice that the leaves at the bottom and kind of to the middle are this wonderful spiky shape and quite sharp on the ends. And this is an evolutionary adaptation that this tree has done over time to help prevent predation. So it's to stop predators from feeding on the leaves. But what is absolutely amazing is that if you look a little bit further up the tree, usually towards the top, you can notice that the leaves actually aren't really spiky at all. Some have no spikes, some are like this one with a few spikes, and this is because this is where predators can't actually reach. So you can just see this wonderful evolutionary adaptation basically right in front of your eyes, just the changes from the bottom to middle leaves to the top, which yeah, is absolutely fascinating. We've got a little ivy-leaved toad flax here. You'll often see this little flower creeping along your garden wall among the undergrowth, and they're named for how their little leaves look. If you can look closely, they kind of resemble the ivy leaves or traditional ivy leaves, giving this flower its very pretty little name. And you have one here right next to an ivy leaf for comparison. There's quite a few different toad flax species, but this is definitely one of my favourites. It's just so delicate and such a pretty lilac colour. So we've got some beautiful winter jasmine here. As the name suggests, it flowers a lot later on in the year, around the winter time. And because it flowers so much later on in the year, this makes it a really important source of pollen for many flying insects that are still around. Obviously it's always a joy to see daffodils. They're beautiful plants, beautiful flowers, one of my favourites, but the fact that I am seeing them at this time of year just is scary, really. I did actually spot them in December, some in flower in December, which is just crazy. It's just so early for them to be in flower, and all this indicates really to me is global warming and the impacts. We are in a nature crisis right now, as most of you I'm sure are aware, and this winter has been one of the, or if I believe the warmest on record. Yeah, it just emphasises what's taking place with the natural world right now, and of course the worry that this brings, and you know, we really all can do our part to protect the natural world just in any way we can. Any small change will benefit in the long run. So yeah, get out there, love nature, do what you can for it in any way. You know, I'm always saying be one with nature and feel connected with it, and you know, it's a true joy to be around and amongst and appreciate, but we also need to do whatever we can to protect it and help it. So yeah. Now, I know I've spoken about leaf miners a few times during my nature trails, but just look at this mark, this leaf mining mark. Nature's artwork, as I always say. I think it's really pretty. If you haven't seen or heard what I have said about leaf miners before, basically these marks are made from little larvae of the leaf mining moth. There's quite a few species of leaf mining moth, and what the larvae do is they mine their way through the leaves, eating the leaf tissue, and then when they're ready to pupate, they drop out, land on the ground and pupate to transform into a little moth. So that's it for this little nature trail. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm just going to continue walking around the woodland a little bit before it gets dark, and then get home and continue with preparations for the next coming months. But yeah, as usual, stay safe on your wild walks, and I will see you all again soon with some more wildlife related content. Bye!